Bring us into this morning. Thank you. My name is Richard Houston. I'm one of your licensed practitioners, and I welcome you to the Center for Spiritual Living, Cultural Coast. Good morning, everyone. And welcome to you online also. We're so blessed by your presence, whether it's in this moment or a future one. Thanks for joining us. So for today's talk, we're going to be talking about on the edge. I don't know about, look at that already. Did you hear the sighs in the room? So that's what I thought about when I first thought about this too, was like, sometimes fear comes in, right? It's like thinking about the edge of what fearful thing is going to put me on the edge. Well, I just have you sort of reframe that and think about what thing I might be a little anxious, but I'm also excited about. That I'm on the living edge, that I'm really taking myself to a new level in life somehow. That I'm opening up my heart, my mind, my soul to something different. I know for me, in one of my classes previously, doing Mary Morrissey's prosperity class, the minister who was leading that class, about more than halfway through the class, all of a sudden he said, "Oh, I want you to all know that by the end of the class, I want you to have a stretch goal." And it was like, okay, no one asked me to do that before. So for me at the time, I was 61 at the time, and I decided, I don't know where this idea came from, it randomly came to me, to do triathlons. Like never having done endurance sports ever in my life, why did this thought come to me, right? So I hadn't really done swimming since high school, really, never competitive. I hadn't really run since I was 32 and blew up my ACL. And I really had biked for fun, but never anything serious. So at 61, I started to do that. And over the next few years, I did 3 half Ironmans, which is pretty exciting. Who knew? So when you think about On the Edge, then just sort of come to mind then about how could this be both interesting, exciting, and lead me to something new. So why don't we just take that into prayer and just open up today. We're just blessed to be together in community today. We just know that God, Mother Earth, nature, the universe, whatever name we call it, is here, present with us, flows in and through us. We are just blessed by each and every one, both here physically and virtually. We are blessed by our community, by the love, by the caring, by the sharing, and just being together. We are blessed by today's service for all that assisted in bringing it together. And as we go through this, we just know that we are going to be put on the edge of something new that's going to bring us to a new, wonderful, beautiful, loving, and amazing place. We just take this in gratitude, and we just give thanks for this moment, and we just say, and so it is. And we are opening today with Emily. We're so excited to have Emily Frost back in the house.
Thank you very much. Thank you. So lately at my gigs, some people ask me, can you play your favorite song? And that's a very nice thing to be asked. And my favorite song to play, this isn't my favorite song of all time, but lately it's been Shower the People by James Taylor. Oh, yeah. You can play the game, you can act out the part, even though it wasn't written for you. Tell me, how can you stand there with your broken heart, ashamed of being a fool? One thing can be to another. It doesn't take any sacrifice. Father and mother, sister and brother, if it feels nice, don't think twice. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way you feel. Things are gonna be just fine if you only will. Do as I say. Shower the people you love with love. Show them the way you feel. Things are gonna work much better if you only will. You can run, but you cannot hide. This is widely known. Tell me what you plan to do with your foolish pride when you're all by yourself alone. Once you tell somebody the way that you feel it beginning to ease. I think it's true what they say about the squeaky wheel always getting the grease. You better shower the people you love with love. Show them the way you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will. Do as I say. Shower the people you love, love, love with sunshine. Things are gonna work out fine. They say that in every life, they say that the rain's gonna fall. So just like the pouring rain, oh, make it rain. You better shower the people you love with love. Show them the way you feel. Things are gonna work out fine if you only will. 'Cause your love, love is sunshine. Yes, your love is sunshine. Thank you. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. Today's reading is more song lyrics. I did those for you a couple months ago. And this kind of is also a story of serendipity and the universe aligning and taking me personally from a place of negative thinking, victimhood, back into gratitude. So I have a few chronic pain issues, and I get kind of whiny about it every now and then. And I was reading an article that they had done a study, and if people said out loud or to themselves gratitude to their body, even the parts that don't, give them problems every now and then, that they showed a marked improvement on their perception of that pain. So I started practicing this. Thank you to my head, thank you to my rickety hips, thank you to my dry eyes, and just really kind of trying to get into this sense of gratitude. So a couple weeks later, I get invited by someone I haven't heard from in a while, so gratitude there, to a candlelight concert. I don't know if you've seen them advertised on Facebook. So it's a church, it's filled with candles. I thought it was going to be real candles. Fire marshal, note, they were not real candles. But anywho, right? It's absolutely stunning. It's Coldplay and Imagine Dragons songs in a string quartet in a beautiful church. And so I get again in this place of gratitude of, thank you for my eyes, thank you for my ears, thank you for my body for being able to be here and experience this. Thank you for my friends and my family and CSLCC and all of it, right? So the performer announces the last song, and it's a song called Believer by Imagine Dragons. And it's inspired by the lead singer's experience with chronic pain. And I just went, like, wow, like that's what I've been sitting here concentrating on. So here's the song, Believer by Imagine Dragons. First things first, I'm going to say all the words inside my head. I'm fired up and tired of the way that things have been. Second things second, don't tell me what you think I could be. I'm the one at the sail. I'm the master of my sea. I was broken from a young age, taking my sulking to the masses, writing my poems for the few that look at me, took to me, shook to me, feeling me, singing from the heartache, from the pain, taking my message from the veins, speaking my lesson from the brain, seeing the beauty through the pain. You made me a believer. Pain, you broke me down and build me up, believer. Pain, oh, let the bullets fly, let them rain. My life, my love, my drive, it came from pain. You made me a believer. First things first, can you imagine what's about to happen? It's Wheezy the Dragon. I link with the dragons, and we get ratchet. No need for imagine. This is what's happening. Second thing second, I reckon immaculate. Sound about accurate. I know that strength, it don't come without strategy. I know the sweet, it don't come without cavities. I know the passages come with some traffic. I start from the basement, end up in the attic. And third thing third, whoever called me out, they simply can't count. Let's get mathematic. Are you a believer? I get a unicorn out of a zebra. I wear my uniform like a tuxedo. This dragon don't hold its breath, don't need no breather. I know the bloomin' don't come without rain. I know the losing don't come without shame. I know the beauty don't come without hurt. I know that losing don't come without game. I know that glory don't come without pain. You made me a believer. You made me a believer. Pain. You broke me down and build me up, believer, believer, pain. Last things last, by the grace of the fire and flames. You're the face of the future, the blood in my veins, the blood in my veins. They never did, ever lived, ebbing and flowing, inhibited, limited, till I broke open and rained down. It rained down like pain. You made me a believer.
My name's Emily Frost, by the way, and that was beautiful. I love that song. First thing that I like that song. Yeah, my name's Emily Frost, and I'm just playing all covers today, which means they're not songs that I wrote, which means maybe you know them, and if you know them, you can sing along if you'd like to. Think about it, there must be higher love down in the heart or hidden in the stars above. Without it, life is wasted time. Look inside your heart and I'll look inside mine. Things look so bad everywhere in this whole world. What's fair? We walk behind, we try to see, falling behind. And what could it be? Oh, bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. What's that higher love I've been thinking of? Worlds are turning and we're just hanging on, facing our fear and standing out there alone. A yearning, yeah, and it's real to me. There must be someone who is looking for me. Things look so bad everywhere in this whole world. What's fair? We walk behind, we try to see, falling behind. And what could it be? Oh, bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. What's that higher love I keep thinking of? La-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da. La-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-da-dum, ba-dum, bum, ba-da-dum, bum, ba-da-da. I could light the night up with my soul on fire. I can make the sun shine from pure desire. Let me feel that love come over me. Let me feel how strong it could be. Oh, bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. What's that higher love I keep thinking of? Bring me a higher love. Bring me a higher love. Oh, bring me a higher love. What's that higher
Yay! That's so awesome. Oh, Emily, we love you. We love you. Yeah, we love you. Thank you. Thank you, Richard, for starting us off, and Camille. I love that. Those are great. Beyond the inner edge. Beyond the inner edge. I really, I say this often. I want to change the talk title. I have like 5 different choices for this morning. But how about from blessed download to lived experience? Yeah? No? What did we do last week? Right? Last week we made ourselves available for that intuitive hit, for that download experience. If you were here, it was our meditative morning. We slow it down, we go within, we do some deep breaths, we get all still, we ask a question, we see what comes up. And if you weren't here last week, I'm sure you've had that experience at some point in your life where you got still, you were reflective, you were contemplative, you were quiet for even a moment, and you heard something. Maybe you didn't even ask a question, but you heard something, and it was a moment of clarity. A divine download. You knew that. You knew it was important. It was something important to listen to, right? That's happened to all of us, I think, at some time or another. Like something arose in you. It was a nudge, it was a pull, it was a vision, whatever it was. And then you opened your eyes. Yeah. And then like life looked real again. Oh, wait, I'm still here in the midst of this. Yeah. Almost immediately, the anxiety, pours in. Other questions of doubt start filtering in. I probably don't have to tell you what this process is. You probably recognize it as well as I do. How am I actually going to do this thing? Because after meditation, sometimes it looks too hard, or it feels a little risky, And we think to ourselves, well, if this was true guidance, then my action should be effortless, right? Like if it's true guidance, if this is a divine inflow, then it should just happen. Well, today we're going to explore that. And this is so crazy. I love when, I hardly ever plan what the musicians would sing or what the reader would read. I mean, that happens maybe once or twice in a year, right? I mean, hardly ever. I'm talking about science today. So, for you to say, studies show, I mean, it's just so exciting. It's so exciting. But, we had this, the metaphysical movie night on Monday, and, it was science-based. And everybody in the room's like, oh, I want to know that. Well, this is what we teach. This is what we teach. So today I want to explore this gap between when I'm inward and all, what happens from there to when I wake up and I go, oh, not the real wake up, but the, oh darn, What happens in between that? There's a gap in between that spiritual inspiration, the spiritual insight that we get, and our own embodied action. Now, not all the time, and maybe not for everyone, and maybe all of you are going to walk out because you're like, I got this one. But I don't always get this one, right? So that's why we're going to talk about it. Lisa, what is it? Implementation? You say that. Yeah. Putting it in practice. implementing it. Lisa and I talked yesterday, and this was the theme of what we were saying. You know, so spirituality and brain science both have a lot to say about this, a lot to say. And the first thing to understand is that this gap, this space, is not a problem, it's a pathway. It's the open door. But we must walk through it, yeah? We're walking the edge, we're walking the edge. So this blessed download then is, we kind of want to understand then what's happening. What's happening spiritually, what's happening neuroscientifically. What's happening, right? So on the first page of the Science Mind textbook, Jim, you just quoted this the other day, we are encouraged to celebrate the day when science and religion walk hand in hand. Because that's what we are looking for, right? That's what we are leading us into. We are leading humanity into that. And this was a claim that Ernest Holmes, the founder of this teaching, made a very, very long time ago, before positive psychology, before humanistic psychology even. Yeah. So what he says on that same page, on that first page, is that there's a process of life. It's a spiritual universe, and the process of life is that it is forever coming from the invisible into the visible. You hear me say that all the time. From that infinite realm of the invisible into form. And our true nature is to express that. Our true nature is to be that avenue, to be the portal, the vessel, the place for the download to come through. That's our job. That's who we are, right? And so we're invited then to listen to that voice, to that inner voice. And he has a beautiful quote, and I think I used it last week. Maybe I used it on the newsletter. I don't care. You're going to hear it again. That we are to listen to this inner voice because, quote, for it tells us of a life wonderful in its scope, of a love beyond our fondest dreams, and of a freedom which our soul craves. I know, you feel it, don't you? So these insights, these divine downloads are not random at all. They are meant for you. They are meant for you. They're meant for you. Yeah. Yeah. It's mind revealing itself through you. That's what it is. And it's fascinating how modern neuroscience talks about that, because they do study spiritual practice, they do study meditation, they study contemplative processes and prayer. And so there's this thing in our brain, this network in the brain, that is called the default mode network. The default mode network. And that's the system that, interesting, listen to this, especially for those who heard me last week. It's the system that maintains our habitual self-story, which is where we went last week to that place, what I'm calling the inner edge, is that place in between who we think we are and who we really are. It's the rub. It's that place there that we get a little confused with, right? Out of balance sometimes. But so neuroscience tells us that these spiritual practices, when we become quieter, stiller, we are more receptive. And something really interesting happens. Our identity of self loosens up. Isn't that something? Isn't that fascinating? So I'm super glad that I was inspired to really talk about why I stand up here and say the things I say. There is science-based fact that support this teaching, and has always led this teaching. So this intersection then, when we're doing our spiritual practices, meditation, it settles all of that down so that old assumptions become clear and no longer interesting. Old stories become clear and they're busted right up because we see them for what they are. They're stories, they are not truth. And then possibility rises in that space of stillness and silence and looks really, really visible to us. And again, feels important and powerful and compelling to us. So, that's why guidance with a capital G, feels expansive and exciting. You know? And we're ready. We're like, hell yeah, we're ready for that high adventure, right? We're all charged up about it. So spiritually speaking, we're receptive. Neurologically speaking, the brain no longer is defending the past. It's not attached to the past. It's not holding on to the past. And there's a beautiful alignment then there. When our primary function, when we really master that, our primary function in life becomes seeking a freer, fuller expression of that which wants to move through us, right? So let's look, because that just doesn't always just happen. So let's look at why the fear creeps in, why the resistance comes up for us in the first place. We've just had this clarity. Last week, I hope many of you had real clarity for yourselves. And then during the week, you might have had some doubts. This is really for me. So what happens then? When we move from insight into action, there is a different system of the brain that then kicks in. The brain activates then the limbic system. And so that's the parts of our brain that's responsible for our feelings and our emotions and our memories. Also the functions, the autonomic functions like your heart rate, your blood pressure, those things. They're all coming from the limbic system. So this is a place of like prediction and survival. Right. So the job's real simple now. The brain's job's real simple. Have we done this before? What was the outcome? Did we survive it? Was it safe? Were we safe? Did we get embarrassed when that happened? When we stepped out that time? Did I lose money? Did I lose friends? Did I file bankruptcy? Was my heart broken? That's what happens. The brain doesn't call that growth. Spirituality would call that growth. Opportunity for growth. The brain does not. And it files it away under the category as unknown. And to the brain, unknown, uncertain is for sure danger. Warning, warning, you know, yeah. And even if the soul is ready to go, even if the soul's like, high adventure, I'm there. Yeah. Here's the brain's going, wait, I'm not so sure this is a good idea, right? Right. So if we have resistance after revelation, if you feel stuck, it does not mean that you did not understand what came to you. It did not mean that you're doing anything wrong. It did not mean that you made it up. How many people thought that? Oh, you don't have to raise your hand. It does not mean that you lack faith. It don't mean any of that. It means you're a human being. It means you're standing at the edge of that inner edge. You're standing at the inner edge. You're standing there where the old self meets the emerging self. That's all it means. That's all it means. You've heard this a million times, I'm sure. Faith is not the absence of fear, right? Ernest Holmes said, faith is a mental attitude. I love that. Faith is a mental attitude. He also says prayer is a mental attitude. Demonstration is a mental attitude. about that. This universe, again, is a spiritual system, and we believe in an invisible principle. Yeah. So neuroscience then shows us that the brain does not change by belief alone. All right? It changes through experience. Science of mind, what do we say? Treat and move your feet. It's our pithy little way of being neuroscientific. Yeah? Treat and move your feet. We need that. Because faith, hear me, faith is not about pretending that everything's okay when it is not. Faith is not spiritual bypass. Well, I could stand up here and say that every single day. That is so important to me. Faith is not spiritual bypass, and it is not pretending. It is the willingness to keep going. It is the willingness to gather more information. That's all it is. It's an invitation to move forward. That's what it is. It's an invitation to move forward in our lives. And each time we do, each time we act, even if it feels imperfect, even if we kind of tripped a couple times, we are instructing both the mind and the body. This is who I am now. I want you to hear that. Every time you take a step, even if it's a little baby step, even if you tripped, even if it didn't feel perfect, even if, especially then, you are training the mind and body both, mind and brain, not the two, they're not the same thing, you know that this is who I am now. This is the new me. Yeah. I cannot say that without thinking about our practitioner students. Yeah? Our practitioner students. Do you resonate with that? I'm looking at 3 of you right here, right now. Do you resonate with that? You do, because it started with one little idea, one little step that said, I'm going to take this class. And then I'm going to take the next class. Oh, I like that practice. I'm going to try that practice. Oh, I might get involved over here and do this. And I might do this, and I might do this, and I might do this. I might do this. I might do this. I have a lot of respect for our prac students. Your small steps, whatever they are for you, are your spiritual power. That's your spiritual power. And it's also your body's power. Both. You're training your body to do something different. The nervous system learns safety through experience. The nervous system learns safety through experience. It doesn't learn safety through a book, through hiding, through me explaining it to you. You're not learning safety right now. You have to walk out this door and do something powerful, something new, something that feels a little risky. And it might just be calling that cousin that you had a fight with 18 years ago. I don't know what it is, you know? But, okay, these actions do 3 things. Do I have 3 fingers up? These actions do 3 things. They activate our choice over habits. Fear is reduced after action. Fear is reduced after we take a step, not before. After action. And the third thing is it allows your identity to upgrade organically, which is super important to me. I want you to live authentic lives, to bring your own true gifts forward. And this is how the inner edge moves. Because it doesn't just disappear, y'all. It just moves. It moves ahead of us, right? It just moves ahead of us. And it does that not by force, not by willpower, but by your hearty participation. By you being involved. Yeah, by you being involved. It's two-part simple formula I'm going to give you to move from insight into action. Two things. First one sounds like two, but it's not. Name it and claim it. You get that divine hit, you feel that insight, you get intuition, name it and claim it. It's yours, it's true, it's real. And when you move forward with it, it becomes even more real to you, which is the second step. You got to take a step. So name it and claim it and take a step. Take a step. And if you don't know what that step is, if you don't know what the next right step is, get quiet, get still, and to ask. And I guarantee it comes to you. And it's not a leap. It's not, you got this whole 5-year plan. It's not like when I started this community and I had to have this great big, literally 5-year plan. The first year we're going to do this, and the second year we're going to do this, and by the 5th year we're doing this. So it's what's alive for you now. It's just what feels alive, ripe. And you may not feel ready, and that's okay. That's okay. So walking the edge means showing up for that truth that lives in you. It lives in you. And it's always trying to get your attention. And so you want to act, you want to step out with all the feels that are going on, all the feels, all the fears of doubt and fear and trepidation, uncertainty. All of those are permitted. We don't argue with them, but we know they're not in control. We don't have to spend our energy on them. They're not in control. We're in control. So I want you then to celebrate your wins, every little teeny tiny win, everything that goes right, everything that feels good, even if it's like neutrality, even if it's a place of equanimity. Celebrate that. Celebrate that. So when we're aligning our nervous system with spirit, we might want to have a little affirmation handy. It's something that reminds us of what we're committed to doing, I am safe to take this next step. I hear the call. I'm safe to walk towards it. Whatever feels right to you. And this is for just now. It's just that one step, right? And then I want to tell you that we're here for you, and I talked about the practitioner students. We have so many fabulous practitioners in this community. Richard's one of them. He's going to be your practitioner this afternoon. But that's not all Richard does, is sit with you for 3 minutes behind the screen, or Jim, or Kathleen. It's not all they do, or Ron, or Bobby. I know I'm going to forget somebody. Reverend Diana, right? Nicole. Cindy's not in here. Who's here? Oh, there she is. That's right. She spoke to me this morning. So listen, our practitioners can do what we call a session. Give them a call. Do we have those cards this morning? Okay. On the website and on our newsletter, their phone numbers are on there, right? Oh, not on the newsletter, but you can, they're on the phone. See? We got it going on. So there's no excuse. You contact a practitioner and say, I would love to meet with you. They can do it on Zoom, they can do it on the phone, they can do it in person. And spend an hour just talking to them and let them support you. Let them support what's going on, what wants to emerge in you. They do more than just treat for you. They do more than affirmative prayer. They help you unscramble some of those things that get tangled up there at that intersection of who I am and who I'm becoming, because they know your truth, no matter what you're experiencing. So take advantage of that. There may be a charge for it, and if you can't pay, then you're going to treat about your finances too, all right? But we'll take care of you. We do this work together. We're in it together. We're in this together. So, last thing I want to say. Neuroscience, we don't become different by thinking alone, like only by thinking, okay? We become different by living differently. You gotta move out. So again, if you were blessed last week with a divine download, honor it. If it wasn't last week, if it was this morning, if it was yesterday, if it's tomorrow, honor that divine voice that spoke. And if action feels a bit scary and unfamiliar and uncomfortable, honor that too. You're not behind schedule. You're not broken. You're becoming. You're simply rewriting who you thought you were into who you really are. And I honor that in each one of you and everyone at home, each one of you. So it is.
Here I am again. You can be amazing, you can turn a phrase into a weapon or a drug. You can be the backlash or be the lapse of someone else's love. Sorry. Or you can start speaking up. Nothing's gonna hurt you the way that words do when they settle neath your skin. Kept on the inside and no sunlight, sometimes a shadow wins. But I wonder what would happen if you say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave. Everybody's been there, everybody's stared down by the enemy, fallen for the fear and done some disappearing. Bow down to the mighty. Don't run, stop holding your tongue. Maybe there's a way out of this cage where you live. Maybe one of these days you can let the light in. Show me how big your brave is. Say what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave with what you want to say and let the words fall out. Honestly, I want to see you be brave. And since your history of silence won't do you any good, did you think it would? Let your words be anything but empty. Why don't you tell them the truth and say what you want to say and let the words fall out? Honestly, I want
Blessed to have you with us. You're just so amazing. Thank you. So this is our time for tithes and offerings. So as you prepare your gift to sort of share with the world, I want to let you know that our first quarter tithe recipient this quarter actually, is Fogartyville Community Media and Arts Center. Woo. It's a community resource that's actually right on Boulevard of the Arts. And they are a center for creative expression and community engagement, amplifying the diverse voices of our community, promoting peace, sustainability, democracy, social and economic justice. And we're honored to have them as our community partner this quarter. So if you just take your tithe and offering with you, just know that this is our time to sort of be part of the flow. And for you online, there are multiple ways that you also can participate at this time. So as we go into prayer around our tithe, we just know that as we give, we also receive. For the law of reciprocalness happens in the universe, the law of attraction, the law of giving and receiving and being part of the flow. We give generously. We open up our hearts, our minds, and our soul and give in any form that works for us. And from that, we just know that it goes into the universe, is multiplied and magnified, and everything is blessed by it. So we just give gratitude in this moment for our community, for being able to share in it and being able to participate in this amazing world. We're grateful, and we just let it be. And together we say, and so it is.
Let's sing together. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on. I receive the gift of life and pass it on. I receive the gift of love and pass it on. I receive the gift of joy and pass it on. I receive all good and pass it on.
And now Lisa with some announcements.
Thanks, Richard. So, this morning to me was really a continuation from last week. And I'm hoping that we all join together with that vibe, with that experience, and we carry it further and further. It is all about the implementation and bringing it to our everyday life. So that's all I have to say about that. Okay, some more neat stuff and everything. Who do we have? Any new people here? And so please, oh yes, yes. So please, if you haven't seen a greeter and gotten your gift for the Science of Mind magazine that we will give you and everything like that, please let us get to know you a little bit more. Join us this afternoon before the workshop. Definitely introduce yourself to Reverend Theresa if somebody doesn't take you there to go and do that. She likes to meet everyone. So please come and do that. Sign up for the newsletter. Lots of information. Please, if you haven't signed up for it, sign up for it today at the table. You can also sign up for it at CSLCulturalCoast.org and our Facebook page. Lots of things happening. Keeps you up to date on everything. Our practitioner of the day is Richard. And so he will, spend some time with you, hold space with you, help you bring into whatever you would like to focus on and everything. He was very, very good at that. Our ongoing things are with Jim Grove on Wednesdays at 7 p.m., the Spiritual Living Circle. It's a free event to everyone. They discuss what are the articles in the Science of Mind magazine, this month's Science of Mind magazine. So it's a great, great midweek pick-me-up and everything. Friday nights, Reverend Diana has her Heart, Mind, Spirit Recovery meeting. It's hybrid, also at 7 p.m. in person or Zoom. And we have classes happening on Tuesdays and Thursdays right now. Please stay tuned. There will be more coming, so to keep us involved. Today we have a wonderful workshop. It is a Reiki circle with Hannah Beloff, and I think it is at capacity. Am I understanding that? So do you have space? Okay, so if you would like to join in, please see Hannah, okay? And that is just going to be spectacular. Every person in the workshop is going to be receiving a Reiki treatment, correct? So wonderful, wonderful things happening. We also are going to be moving to the Bayfront Room on March 1st. So that is the last building in this row of buildings. We're the furthest building south. The other building is the furthest building north. There's a parking lot there and everything. We'll keep on letting you guys know and everything, but it's going to be a great move and everything like that. So we'll just keep you posted there. Look out for the signs, yes, because we will have signs leading there and everything. So once again, all the other things that we have available are on the table. Take advantage of it, sign up, use the QR code, whatever it needs. Get involved. We're here to bring up this community like we always do. Join us afterwards for coffee and conversation, a little shorter today. We will be redoing the seating and everything like that, but please join us. And Emily, you're wonderful. Please lead us out in our last song. Thanks.
My husband Matthew also sings here from time to time. He says hi, by the way. He wishes he could be here. I think he's played this song before. This is by the Four Tops. It's called Reach Out, I'll Be There. Now if you feel that you can't go on because all your hope is gone and your life is filled with much confusion until happiness is just an illusion and your world is crumbling down, oh, reach out, reach out. Feel lost and about to give up, 'cause your best just ain't good enough, and you feel the world has grown cold, and you're drifting out all on your own, and you need a hand to hold, darling, just reach out, reach out. were without love and now you're afraid. Through your tears, you look around. There's no peace of mind to be found. Well, I know what you're thinking. You feel on your own, but reach out. Reach out. I'll be there to give you all the love you need. I'll be there. You can always depend on me. I'll be there with the love that will shelter you. I'll be there with the love that will see you through. Thank you so much. Thank you.